watch this one first because this was the only one that I bought that I hadn't watched yet. The Wild one. Of course, I had to get this one. Recently watched 21 Jump Street, the movie, with, what are their names? Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill. And, the girl, Brie Larson, she had a poster of this. She had this picture on her wall. An angry young Marlon Brando scorches the screen as the Wild One in this powerful 50s cult classic. Brando plays Johnny, the leader of a vicious biker gang which invades a small, sleepy California town. What's Johnny rebelling against? What if you got? He sneers. The leather-jacketed young biker seems hell-bent for destruction until he falls for Kathy, a good girl whose father happens to be a cop. Unfortunately for Johnny, his one shot at redemption is threatened by a psychotic rival, Gino, plus the hostility and prejudice of the townspeople. All their smoldering passions explode in an electrifying climax. as the social commentary he found in the script. Although Kramer planned to produce the sightless raid in Hollister, California, Columbia Pictures president Harry Cohn insisted the production be made on his studio's Burbank backlot. As real-life bikers were recruited as extras, Brando spent time with them picking up the mannerisms and color he would use in his characterization. Brando also did his own writing as well as selecting his own wardrobe. Production began on February 12, 1953 and was completed on March 17th. Reaction to the finished film was strong. Cohn disliked it and the sales department insisted on a new title. Two were offered, Hot Blood and The Wild One, with sales choosing the latter. The Wild One opened in February 1954 and did respectable business, but was not a runaway success. Its importance in film history, however, lay not in its financial return, but in its context as a social document. For while it may not have been the first biker movie, it was one of the first frustrated youth dramas, providing the inspiration for the countless imitations that followed, and Brando's performance was extremely influential, making him a screen icon whose attitude and clothing affected young men around the world. Yet it was the film's underlying message that made The Wild One a Columbia classic. Its point is valid today as it was 45 years ago. As noisy, fast, and violent as its ear-splitting motorbikes can make it, the movie teaches a Somebody put a rainbow sticker on it. shell before his diamonds, and lots of them. Glamorous showgirl Marilyn sets sail for France, intent on marrying a rich yet boring beau. But anything can and does happen with the beautiful and fun-loving Jane Russell acting as chaperone. From celebrated director Howard Hawks, this musical comedy classic features Marilyn's signature rendition of the hit show tune Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend. was 13. Pretty crazy movie to watch at 13 years old. And the cat's trying to eat the polyfill again. Excuse me a moment. Okay. So, yeah, anyway, as I was saying, I watched this movie again last year. I was like, wow, pretty crazy movie. I really like it, so I'm gonna buy it on DVD. And then I did. This is one of the new in the Rapper movies that I got. The other two were School of Rock and the Spider-Man movies. I didn't think to leave them in the wrappers to unwrap them on my video, but then that would make my video even longer. So it's fine. Sex, money, power, drugs. Brace yourself for an outrageous true story from legendary filmmaker Martin Scorsese that critics are calling a masterpiece for a new generation. Leonardo DiCaprio delivers the best performance of his career as a young stockbroker hungry for fame and glory in New York City, where corruption is king and more is never enough. His name was Jordan Belfort, but soon the world would know him by a different name. straight about this movie, but here's the dope anyway. Cheech and Chong make their film debut in this riotous rock and roll comedy, bringing with them the same madness, lifestyles, and sketches that sold over 10 million records in the early 70s. Cheech and Chong's marijuana-laced humor keeps their spirits high and leads them to an outrageous finale at LA's Roxy Theater, where Cheech performs Oh shit.